right, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about the crazy workplaces that I have experienced over my lifetime, some of what I see, some of what was going on. So I'll start, I'm not going to say at the beginning per se. You know what? Actually, I'm going to take you guys back a little bit. So one of the first few places that I worked at was this place called Moe's Southwestern Grill, which is just it's like a Mexican restaurant, basically. And I was not a server, one of the people that were making the burritos and everything else that you're going to be getting from there, type of nachos and all that stuff. But the plug was up in there trapping out the bathroom and was the shift manager. Not me, of course. I was just like one of the workers or whatever there, but that was a crazy beginning of a work career, just because it was a lot going on. There was a lot moving through that place, and I think most of it was weed, but not all of it. That was for sure. It was downtown. Wow, downtown Charlotte is where I was at this point in my lifetime. I remember this manager ended up, I think he was like cussing me out at a Bojangles that I worked at once, and it was fights and all kinds of crazy stuff, all kinds of drama and whatnot going down at this warehouse that I worked at before I joined the Air Force. But I don't know, it was definitely a mix of kind of wild stuff before I even got into the Air Force. Once I got into the Air Force, it was a whole lot of drinking going on, a whole lot of drunks up in there, which I was one of them. But I'd say one of the things that we used to do was something called a moose run, to where you pretty much drive to the back of base, which might be 45 minutes to an hour one way, and just try and find a bear or a moose to look at, and then just drive back, just because we was on some BS. Yeah. But hey, anybody that served knows sometimes you gotta make it pass, I guess. Anything else that was that crazy there in the workplace? I mean, obviously people who are going to talk to you crazy, that's just the Air Force, the military in general. People have complexes. But after that, one of the crazier first places that I worked right out of the Air Force was this place called Northside Management, and they were a construction firm, mostly on restoring residential houses, normal people's houses, basically. And people was up in there bringing shooters, trapping, everything, cheating up in there. It was all kinds of freaking just drama going on in that freaking office. But it was one of the more fun offices, just because it was so many people my age that were working there, that were just breaking into the field, and I was just too. And it was a place to start at, but man, oh man, it's pretty wild. And you wouldn't think so, because this place was in Scottsdale, really nice looking office building, but packed with drama. the things that I haven't really experienced throughout my working career and really just throughout my lifetime, even though I lived in the South and in North Carolina, was racism in the workplace, or at least that I could see per se. If it was actually in somebody's brain, who knows? I can't really go that deep per se. But I'm trying to. Some of the places that I worked in between Northside weren't that insane. Maybe like a homeless problem in the area or something. So I'd be on lunch break and something weird would be happening in and around the location that I was at. But in the office place, not too well. And then there was one. So this place that I was working at as an estimator and a project manager for, they had dogs and just running around the office. One of them would actually nip at people's heels and stuff, and I mean, nip is a word, but really bite people's heels and really your leg at the back of it, your ankle. But the other dog was a German Shepherd who didn't actually bite people, but was just running around the office just barking constantly, all that. Whoever would come up to the place every time, because every single day most places get some sort of Amazon drop off, most businesses, or UPS or whatever. And yep, there goes the dog alarm. Like, it sucked. And not just that, the owners of this specific place would be walking around the halls just cussing people out, like smack out. Like, it was, I remember one morning I came in and the vice president for the place, there was a president and a vice president, was yelling at this chick, and she was crying, like hysterically. And it was a young chick too. I think she was maybe like 23 or 24, and I was maybe 27, 26 at this place. I was like, this is crazy. What type of operation y'all running around here? This ain't the military. You can't just be yelling at people. But hey, when you run your own business, which is part of why I became a business owner this year, the rules are in your favor, Not every place is like some corporate America sort of place. You're gonna run into a bunch of nonsense sometimes, and that was surely it right there. But yeah, that just always walking through, just yelling cuss words because of whatever. Dogs, people of questionable character in and out of that place. It was a jungle up in there, and I survived. Woo. Hey, I'm here. But it's, done a lot. All of these random experiences throughout these places have done a lot to let me know what time it is in some of these places whenever I walk in, versus being surprised. And even like nowadays, I can kind of tell just from the interview going into the place what it is going to be like generally by the people who are walking in and out, or the person who I'm interviewing, or just the layout sometimes of the office and where I understand that I will be at generally can let me know a whole lot of what's going on. And yeah, it can help me experiences. And honestly, because I work in a pretty what's supposed to be considered a pretty decent environment. You know, like it's not some Amazon warehouse or McDonald's or whatever. So it should generally be okay. And I know if my workplaces can be off the chain sometimes, then wherever you work can definitely be pretty wild. Yeah. But that's all for this one. Alright. We'll see if there's more. So like, share, subscribe. Check the link in the description below because it links to my website where I give more value through basically releasing knowledge that I've learned over these past 5 years that I've been in my career, as well as life advice like how to stop drinking, because it definitely helped me out for sure throughout my life so far. And I'll catch you on the next one.